Hey y'all, Dekumon here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail. Last time! Wow, okay, if that is the difficulty of these new dungeons, we are in for a fun time, because woohoo! Look, don't get me wrong, the other dungeons and all the other expansions, they're fine. But at this point, I could do half of them, you know, asleep. Dawntrail, man, whoo, wide awake. Wow. I've seen some people online actually complaining about the dungeon difficulty, and I am perfectly fine with it. These dungeons should be hard. Why? We're on our, what are we? Heavensward, Stormblood, Shadowbringers, Endwalker. This is our 5th expansion to this game. At this point, all the content should be pretty high up in difficulty compared to A Realm Reborn, because you've had that much time to learn it all. So yeah. Tough shit if it's a little too tough for you. I'm sorry, but at this point you should be able to do it no problem. Anyway, today let's get back to the main story, and we're on the 92 quests already. A Leaking Workpot. Oh, this is just gonna be fun.
The Moblin settlement of Earthenshine is not far from here, but be warned, the road we'll be taking is a favored hunting ground for bandits. With the stairs currently impassable, there'll be fewer travelers, meaning the brigands will be desperate for victims to ambush.
And heaven help any of them that attack us.
Although considering present company, I suppose my concern is unwarranted.
I love that my fairy is just dancing in front of Aaronville there.
Bandits on the road? What has the Lodger and the Landsguard been doing? Seems it's up to me to restore order to the area.
Maybe that'll be our feat.
And off she goes again. For now, we'll head west and aim for the bank of the second river.
West would be good because that's where the ether currents are, supposedly, right? Yep, west. Well, no bandits yet. Ah, I see the ether current too. I'll get that after we get this quest done.
Well, where are these bandits?
I haven't seen any bandits, but the local wildlife's been giving me trouble.
Apparently, they're not foolish enough to attack a party of this size. Earthenshire is just a little further ahead, on the opposite bank of...
Oh my god. Mia Kabexoma.
But let's remain vigilant all the same.
And the names in this region are just a pain to try and pronounce. On the plus side, I can easily just grab ourselves ether current number 6 for this region, which I imagine this means we will be finishing flying in this region first. The fact that we actually came back to a region that we just had for the pre-visit, well, that's surprising to me. Where's our next one? It is just to the south. Let me swing by and grab that real quick. Here's number 7 on this little island in here in the lake. I should actually check and see if I can go underwater in this area. Next one is way to the west. Way to the west. All right. Can I go under? Yes, we can. We can go underwater in this region. There is underwater here, believe it or not. I'm surprised. I'm always surprised that they keep this up. Like, I figured they'd just be like, okay, we're done with underwater. Nobody really liked it, we don't need it. But instead, no, they keep it. Of course, I get completely turned around when I get out of the water. And there's ether current number 8, just sitting over here by a shipwreck and a frickin' pack of marbles. I imagine the main quest will have me come over here, but it was so close. That one is not close. 700 yards northwest. Again, I gotta go a fair way north to get to Earthenshire, but still, whew. All right, moblins, they are goblins. They are just straight up goblins. You are not the person I'm supposed to be talking to. That character had a fat ass.
This is it, the village where the Lady of Pots with the Tulio saga took place.
Or the Lay of Pots, I'm sorry.
Earthenshire, Idleshire. Might the similarity be a cultural inclination, I wonder? The settlement themselves couldn't be more different, though. This shire appears custom-built to resemble Pots, while the other is a repurposed town.
I mean, the others repurposed Charlian buildings. But yeah, still goblins. Even if they call themselves moblins.
Yeah. Welcome to Earthenshire. Do I have the pleasure of happy greeting the third promise and her retinue? That's us. We're looking for the Dawn 7 Selector if you happen to know who that is.
Probably her.
You are exchanging tongue flaps with her right now. Idiok is the Elector you seek. Oh, but that's helpful. We can cut straight to performing the feat then. As much as Idiok would like to do just that, we have a much more pressing worry. The storm which hit our village shattered the cliffs and dropped rocks on our brain cases. Many Helphands for the Potswan were injured. This is no time for feats or metal tests. I'm sorry to hear that. After learning what the storm did to the stairs, I feared you'd been caught in its path. Not to change the subject, but what are the Potswan?
I imagine that's what they call the moblins themselves.
Goldsmiths contracted to work for the moblins. The word comes from the pot-like workshops where they practice their craft. The moblins provide these Potswan with tools, materials, living quarters, everything the artisans could possibly need. This allows them to concentrate on producing what is widely known as the finest golden metalwork in Terral.
Ah, Quana's here. Or no, that's not Quana. This is unacceptable. I was promised no distractions. If this is the best they can offer, I should never have left Wachumeki. It's not the same guy we helped, is it? No?
You see, the Potswan desert us. Without enough healthy Helphands, we are failing to uphold our side of the Pot Pact. Should all our Potswan leave, Earthenshire will grind to a halt. We have to do something and do it soon.
Hey, maybe this could be our feat.
Then let us stand in for the injured helpers. It will give me the chance to learn more about your people and your village, and if it brings us closer to beginning the feat, then all the better. This isn't strictly part of the contest, so don't feel obliged to join in. Take a rest while you can.
Of course we'll help. I could use a nap. No, come on. The sooner we get it done, the sooner we can get to our feet.
I was hoping you'd say that. I actually wasn't sure I could do this on my own. We'll all help. I doubt any of us could just sit around and watch. We take every helpant we can get. Idiok do swears that once the Potswan have their perfect workshops again, we will commence the feat with all haste. Your ancestor promise can assist helpant Rock.
Okay. There's our nod.
You are therefore follow Ready Rock. There are other helphands in need of hand lending.
Me and Wook again.
I really appreciate you pitching in.
Don't be making a big deal out of it. It's fine.
I meant what I said at many fires. There'll be no more feigning strength, no more playing at being an invincible promise. If there's one thing I've learned on this journey, it's how practiced you are at aiding those in need. And I mean to make the most of having such an incredible mentor at my side.
Well, I do make a habit of helping everyone who asks.
Now, let's find this Rock fellow and see what we can do for him.
Rock. Sounds like a bad Pokemon knockoff of Regirock, let's be honest. Okay, also gotta make sure, grab Aetheryte. The importance, the last Aetheryte in this region. Well, there's Wook, and there's Mr. Rock.
Rock can't meet his obligations without our helphands. The pot back is broken, and the pots are emptying.
Well, that's why we're here. We've come to help.
You've come to aid Rockak. Rockak accepts your hand lending with joyous pure smiles. If we can offer the Potswan that promised good living, we might save the Zay lit. Whatever you need, whatever you said, because I couldn't understand a word you just said there.
Neither could I, and I was the one speaking it. Lending a help hand.
This few. What Rockak needs was no help hands to create good living for Potswan Kahi. The help hand assigned to Kahi was hurt during the rock rain, so Rockak took over, but he knows nothing of Kahi. What does Kahi want? What does Kahi need? Help hands do not bother the Potswan with straight tasks. Our job is to observe and anticipate, to prepare thinkings with guessings. Please, guess think with Rockak. Find out what Kahi is lacking so we can provide it. Or you can count on us.
Well, clearly we should go talk to this Kahe. Makes a lot more sense than just trying to, you know, guess what they want.
This is where Kahe works, is it?
Well?
Let's take a peek inside then.
Okay. It's not a bad looking place. Oh, but it's hotter than the balls.
That must be Kahe. It'd be a lot quicker if we could just talk to him, but that's not the way they do things around here, apparently. We'll have to leave him be and try our hand at some guessing.
Fine. Inspect the workshop. You can move the camera. Well, clearly I'm looking for sources of heat and lack of ventilation because my man is sweltering in here. In all honesty, I feel his pain because right now, it's kind of warm in here myself. Yeah, big fucking furnace. Really? I can't look at the big fucking furnace? How about this furnace? Can I look at that one? No. I mean, there's Kahe himself, and look at the man.
He must be boiling sitting so close to the furnace, and there's no airflow to speak of. How could anyone work in that stifling heat?
I just have to look at everything, okay. His tools are worn down.
Those tools are looking pretty worn down. Maybe it's time for some new ones.
Crafting materials?
Well, he has no shortage of crafting materials. There must be something else he's missing.
My man is missing an air conditioner.
He's barely touched his meal. That dish is meant to be eaten hot or it loses its savor.
Okay, so clearly the primary thing is he's overheated, and the secondary thing is he needs some new tools, or his tools repaired at the very least.
Alright, after taking a good look, I think I have an idea of what things Kahe might want to improve his working conditions. Let's head back outside and talk to the Orc.
Okay. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Get the man some freaking air conditioning. Poor guy. Oh.
You made your observations? What did your guest think? First off, I noticed Kahe hasn't touched his food, and an empty belly can't be good for his concentration. Maybe the cooking isn't to his liking? But our food is very mouth-pleasing. Why wouldn't he want to eat it? But Rock is sure of nothing when it comes to Kahe's tastes. I can help you with that. My brother Corner is also hystero, and while everyone has their personal preferences, there are some they tend to share. Like an aversion to piping hot dishes. If it was brought to him like that, Kahe probably wouldn't have been able to eat it until it cooled down, and by the time he came back to it, he might have found it cold and unappetizing. The simplest solution is to serve dishes that taste good no matter the temperature. A cook would never have thought of that. Would I promise mind explaining these things to how to cook? Not at all, but I don't think that was the only reason Kahe couldn't concentrate. The Hystero homeland is hot and dry, but even Kahe seemed to be suffering in front of that furnace. Is there any way you could cool down the workshop? Oh, we could try a adapter shard. They make a lovely breeze. Do you know where we could get one of those? You can gather them from the shores of Noredan. There are many old boats there, abandoned by those who gave up on their search for the Golden City.
That's probably where the most recent ether current would be. You know, the one I just got.
So, we salvage them from the wrecks. Could you handle that for us, Dekumon?
Shouldn't be a problem. Another case of me getting an ether current before the main story sends me somewhere.
Oh, and one more thing. From what I could tell, Kahe's files and saws and things were all very worn down. Maybe a new set of tools is in order. Akarak was too preoccupied with stocking materials. A serious oversight which he will rectify. Supplying good tools for good living is a Helphand's responsibility. Well, then that's all we have work to do. We can meet back here when our tasks are done. The shores of Noredan are past the crags, to a tunnel southeast of here. You should be able to spot the passage from just outside the village.
Shouldn't be a problem. Just leave me go and get a wind crystal. Except the vantage point is on this side of the village? That's curious. Should be on this side. Oh, hey, it's Koana. And Thanker, too.
You're Dekumon, aren't you? What brings you out here?
Ah, looking for a wind shard.
Ah, the issue with caring for the Potsworn. When they approached me with the same problem, I suggested they commission artisans in Sharian instead. The quality of craftsmanship would be guaranteed after all. However, the moblins did not care for the idea. Surely it would be more efficient to engage a uniformly trained collective. I cannot understand their fixation on individual contracts.
Dude, you can't solve everything with Charlian tech, man. Perhaps the custom will make more sense once we begin the feat of pots. Until then, we've been deemed unfit to assist in the matter of Helphands, and are instead tasked with tending the injured. We were on our way back from procuring herbs for Uron J, in fact.
Settlements in Kozamakato have been isolated by the storm's destruction. What would have become of the wounded had we not found a way here? Should I become Dawn Servant, one of my first acts will be to establish reliable trade routes to the capital. When I imagine how much good we can achieve with Sharding technology.
My man is just fixated on them shiny toys.
My apologies. I have much to consider. If you will excuse us.
We'll meet again soon, I'm sure. Take care, Dekumon. You too, Thancred, and no more dropping tunnels on my head, dude. Seriously. Not cool. Anyway, there's our tunnel. I was looking for that. You spot the tunnel opening. Head through the passage to the Shoals of No Return and recover the Drafty Shard. Yep, here's our boats, which means this would have been the right spot. Fiery Orange Jewel. I see multiple things we could look at. Fiery Orange seems incorrect for Wind Element. Bright Green, however. Bright Green seems like the perfect color for a wind aspected jewel. This crystalline shard emanates a soothing whisper of wind. It seems you found the crystal Rock sent you to salvage. Perfect. Alright, Rock, I got your rock.
Pieces. Is that a cool breeze Rock fears?
It sure does. Here you are, one Drafty Shard, aka a Wind Crystal Shard. You know, I have quite a few of these things in my pocket from crafting stuff. I could have easily just given you one of those.
Yes, thank you for finding a Drafty Shard. Rock will add it to the new set of tools he brought. And I come bearing good new food tidings. The cook has prepared a feast fit for the most discerning Hestaro, and it's on its way even as we speak.
Well, good.
Let's go in and see what Kahe thinks of our efforts.
I mean, hopefully this should fix the immediate issues he's having. Damn, I can hear him chowing down now. He was hungry. Maybe even hangry. I was wondering what occasion called for me to receive so many visitors. A fine meal, new tools, and a welcome source of cool air. Now I remember why I signed a POC pact. Individual caretaking. I'm grateful for your kind considerations. Allow me a moment or two and I'll reciprocate with a piece worthy of a Potsworn. Oh. I can hear him goldsmithing away. Ooh, that is a lovely piece. Look at that. Incense bowl? Oh, oil lamp.
An oil lamp to brighten the halls of Volukshusna. The craftsmanship satisfies Earthenshire's reputation for quality, I trust. Yes, oh, such luster, such brilliance. Truly a gift fit for the Dawn Servant.
I'm glad you like it. Considering the time I've wasted till now, I hope to continue crafting at this improved pace. I have a contract to fulfill after all. There. Oh.
Forgive my interruption. Lamati, I am told the Elector has deemed the crisis past and is prepared to task us with the feat. That's great news! Thank you for letting me know. So this is the craft of a potsworn. It is indeed a masterful piece. Thank you for your words of praise, Second Promise. I drew inspiration from Kozamauka's natural beauty and sought to capture it in my work. I wondered why the moblins did not simply build a workshop in the city, and now I have my answer. Even Charlie goldsmiths could not easily replicate such exquisite artistry. One cannot create great things if one lacks creative impetus, Tuliali. Tulial, fortunately, does not want for inspiration. Anyone wishing to learn the basics of a craft would do well to study it there. I was raised among Histaro more traditional than most, and the shared ingenuity of Tural's various peoples was eye-opening.
Oh.
You lived as a traditional Histaro? I have few fond memories of nomadic life.
Interesting. And yeah, I'll count that as a nod. No, I won't. That was more a subtle head tilt than it was a nod. So no, that does not count.
Fish, Rock is very grateful to you. I thank you bros for your hard work and clever guessing. When it comes to Helphand, knowing the potsworn really is important.
Well, that's true for pretty much everyone you meet. It's a lesson I've had drummed into me several times already on this journey.
That it has. Oh, Kawana's the next one. The Feat of Pots.
The Elector bids the claimants assemble in the large building on the west side of the village. I will head over after finding Thanker and Uyanje. Also, I ran into the Levior twins on the way here. I took the liberty of directing them to the venue.
That was rather nice of him.
We're rivals. It's not his job to make sure I know the feat is starting, but even now he's conscientious to a fault. Anyway, let's not keep Ready Rock waiting.
See, that's why I think he'll make a really good advisor once Wook is a Dawn Servant. Guy's a decent dude. The other two, Zerulja is, stiff as a fucking board. I don't know, maybe he'll loosen up. But Cool Jaja is, as somebody pointed out, he's fucking Dick Dastardly.
Hiska! Ready Rock thanks you for assaulting Helphand Rocky Rock. She will announce the feat once the other claimants arrive, so please be patient a little while longer.
There's nothing that says the other two claimants also went this way. What if they decided to go in a completely different direction?
I'm happy to report that we were able to convince one of the potsworn to stay. How did you fare?
Pretty much the same. Also surprised this wasn't voiced.
So you managed to do the same. Splendid.
Eh? Zerulja.
Hiska, welcome to Earthenshire, First Promise. We support your plans for salt gushing and the new potsworns they will bring. Here's a mighty Zerulja. He created many piles of rockfall as if they were pebble stones. The resilient son of Dawn Servant.
Zerulja was clearing fallen rocks? I'm surprised he wouldn't volunteer his time for anything unrelated to the contest.
Well, we meet again.
Oh, you're here too.
Just in time for the feat to begin. I bet he was already here laying low while the rest of us did all the work.
Quite possibly.
Hiska! Clemens, your attention please. As Ready Rock has explained, many of our potsworn left us following the storm. The precious metalwork crafted by those artisans bring in much dignity shine from across the salt. Should our stream of trade goods dry up, Earthenshire will suffer. Tulial merchants will suffer. So, Ready Rock sets you this feat. Each of you are to find one clever hand goldsmith to bring back here to us.
Well, let's see. I imagine 2 of the 4 of us will be resorting to kidnapping.
So, we were to recruit new potsworn. Makes sense for the feat of pots.
Calling this a feat does not justify taking advantage of the claimants and their influence. How does finding workers for you demonstrate their worthiness for the throne?
I mean, seriously, man, do we have to explain this to you?
You are free to refuse Ready Rock's request. She will be happy to inform the Dawn Servant of Zaralja's disqualification.
The right is a means to an end. The steps we take to get there are not important.
Then, Ready Rock declares the fate of Bot Zerigan. But remember, a buck pact must be agreed to willingly. No crab snatching or deceitful tongue flaps. That means you two head.
Yeah, that's kind of exactly how I expected Bahil here, or Bakul to do it.
The Elector said nothing of taking a wheeling artisan from a rival. Which is exactly what we should do.
A fine suggestion, brother.
I'm glad you think so, brother. Come, let us lay our plans.
Like I said, Dick fucking Dastardly here. And in plain earshot of everyone else.
That nasty brute is up to something. Aye, he may seek to delay us again as he did on the river. We can but remain vigilant while we plot our course. What do you think, Woklamat? Have you any candidates in mind to satisfy this feat?
Actually, I do! We happen to meet a lovely goldsmith in the last episode. I bet he'd be willing to come here.
I know some artisans amongst my supporters, but they're all in their twilight years. I couldn't ask them to give up the comforts of Toriual to live in this remote village, no matter how beautiful the scenery. Meanwhile, Goanna probably has 100 young craftspeople to choose from. Not that I'm comparing us, you understand. That's just statement of fact.
Come on, me, think of it.
I suppose we could try asking around Wachu Mekweli. That seems a logical place to start. Back to Tulioal, it is.
And that's why I'm so glad we have Ether right here.
Oh, wait. Does that mean we have to take the boat again? Oh no! No, I can't do it! I can't stomach another boat ride! You said I should share my burdens, so I will speak plainly. The truth is, I get really seasick on boats.
I mean, that was very obvious.
Woklamat, that is hardly news.
What, did Eorzea never invent seasickness pills here?
But it was brave of you to admit. In any case, we won't be fighting the current this time. Heading downriver will be much smoother.
Well, you guys can take the river, I'll take the ethereal sea.
It will? Are you sure?
The tears in her eye.
I'm positive. Mostly.
I mean, I know I shouldn't be laughing at her, but honestly, this is hilarious.
I need a moment. Upriver or downriver, Ikumato is too rough for me. The nausea is a bit more bearable now that I've stopped trying to hide it, but I'd still rather not set foot on a boat if I can help it. Alright, I think I'm ready. Let's see if Master Ropley can help us recruit the Potsworn.
Seriously, it's gonna be the guy we saw in the last freaking episode. I guarantee it. Alright, Ropley, get us set up.
Greetings, that promise. What brings you back to Wachu and Mekwi? You've not chipped your axe again, have you? No, Master Ropley. Actually, I have a favor to ask.
Just find us our guy. Come on. This is really not that difficult, guys.
So, what do you think? Do you know of any craftsman who might be interested? What, featuring my artisans or the moblins, eh? Well, seeing as it's the third promise making the request, I'm willing to look the other way if one of them decides to take you up on the offer. Only, I can't think of a suitable candidate off the top of my head. What do I know with a mastery of goldsmithing that would also have no qualms about relocating to Athenshire?
Yeah, yeah, seriously, there we are. That Eorzean goldsmith, what about him? What if the Ellison man who just started working? Yeah, seriously. Like I said, it had to be this guy. Otherwise, this introduction made very little sense.
You mean Von Gentin? He did say he was employed at some fancy jewelry store in Scott the Stolt.
I mumbled that one hard.
And considering the distance he's already come, I'd like to think he wouldn't mind moving a little upriver. That said, he's only just got himself a new job. Is it too soon to ask him to sign a pot pact? There's no harm in making him the offer. Once he hears how the Potswan are treated, he may even jump at the chance. Either way, you won't find Fontagine at his workbench at this hour. He's finished for the day, probably enjoying a meal over at Zivalvtie.
Oh, good, I can get those tacos I would own.
So maybe we should go and talk to him. Just you and me, since he knows us. Wouldn't want him to feel intimidated by having to deal with a crowd of new faces.
Fair.
The two of us can handle this. Take a rest at the cabins if you like.
Nods from everyone but us.
Right, let's go and see a man about a pot.
There's our nod. There you are.
Oh, Dekumon! Yo, yeah, too!
Ah, God dang, I lost his voice already. He had the whining, petulant voice.
The third promise said she wanted to chat. I just finished eating, so shall we find a quiet spot outside?
Kind of feel bad giving him the whining, petulant voice now. He isn't whining nor petulant. But, you know, that's his voice, so he's stuck with it unless he gets an actual voice actor.
The last time we talked on this beach, you were in a miserable state.
Yes, I wasn't I? A lost soul, until the two of you came along and helped me rediscover my purpose. My new place of employment has been most welcoming, and for the first time in a long time, I feel content with my lot in life.
That's wonderful.
So, what is it you wish to discuss?
Ruining your lot in life and sending you somewhere else?
Well, it's hard to ask this after right after you settled in, but I'm looking for someone to become a potsworn.
Ah, I've heard my new colleagues mention the term. That's when an artisan signs a contract to work for the moblins, isn't it? But you're not a moblin. I'm not sure I understand.
It's for a feat in the light of succession. I need to bring a new potsworn to Earthenshire.
So that is the way of it. You butted me up just to screw me over.
We've barely met, and after pushing you to work at what you make me, I'm now demanding you throw that away and sign a pot pact instead. It's a selfish request, I know.
But he'll do it.
I have something to tell you, Third Promise. The other day, I completed the necessary procedures for immigration. I'm pleased to say that I am now an official subject of Tulu Yual. I've since endeavored to learn what I can of my new nation, beginning with the right of succession and its claimants, including you, of course. Now, you will recall that it is by my father's example which led me to pursue goldsmithing. He was at East End when Garlean forces laid siege to the settlement, and in the ensuing chaos, he was slain. War took him from me in an instant, the man I loved and admired. I never wish to suffer such a loss again.
Ah, so you're a third supporter, nice.
And so, as much as I'm indebted to you for turning my life around, it is as a fellow peace-loving Tulu Yualan that I want you to win the throne. If I can help you achieve that by signing a pot pact, then I shall gladly do so.
Fontagine, thank you.
I shall return to Master Ropley and inform him of my decision.
Allow me. I'm the reason you're leaving, so I should be the one to deliver the news.
Well, that's probably for the best. He probably won't kill you.
Wait, what did you say?
Oh yes, he gets very angry when anyone takes one of his artisans away.
Hello?
Perhaps you remember me. Baruch Evu, owner of Zablevtier. I'd like a word if you don't mind. You're Wuklamot's ally from across the salt, right? And a hero of some renown too, if the gossip's to be believed. Well, as it so happens, I could use some heroic help. It doesn't need to be right now, but could you come by when you have a spare moment?
Okay.
Much appreciated. I'll be waiting for you at my shop then.
What in the heck does he need? You can now gain access to the role quests. Ah, there they are. Speak with Baruch Evu, Zablevtier, and pursue new adventures as you progress through the rite of succession. I'll be honest, I'm kind of tempted to skip the role quests because they aren't actually necessary like they were in Shadowbringers from what I'm looking at here. I am checking to see if they were necessary, and I don't think they are. And if they're not, well, that'll save me a lot of headaches.
Master Robley, I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but
Yep. Stealing your artisan.
Fonta Jane has agreed to sign the port pact, yes? Well, it is a shame to lose a capable goldsmith. To have one of our own handpicked to serve the third promise is a great honor for Watcher Mekwi. I appreciate your understanding. Of course, if you happen to know the other talented artisans, regardless of their expertise, I hope you send them my way. It could even be yourself if you're so inclined.
Ah.
And keep that in mind.
Though my time here was brief, I will not forget your kindness. Master Robley, I am blessed to have these workshops be my first home in Tulioal.
Come back to us if the moblins cut you loose. You'll always have a job at Watcher Mekwi.
I expect you'll want to leave for Earthenshire as soon as possible. I'll go and pack my things.
Okay. Ring-a-ling, ring-a-ling. Is that the twins, I imagine?
What became of Fonta Jane? Were you able to find him? We did, and he's agreed to become a potswan. We'll leave when he's ready, but you still have a little time. Splendid. We shall meet you anon. I had plenty of reasons to win the contest, but now I have one more. Fonta Jane's pulling his faith in me, and I won't let him down.
Good. Don't. Here we are. Another quest done. And we're just knocking these out today. You may now unlock the deliveries for Watcher Mekwi. Yep, that's where it is. There's the Crafter, Gatherer, Deliverers. Really good way to level up Crafters and Gatherers. That's a really good way to do it. A father first. Oh, we're gonna go see Daddy Dearest.
Right then, I have some things to take care of at the palace. While you can pass the time however you like, I suggest you head back to the cabins. After all, even heroes need to rest, and we still have a big journey ahead of us.
That's rather nice of her. Alright. Ah, right, our innkeep.
Welcome back, sir. You've heard a Landsguard messenger most anxiously waiting on your return. Dekumon of the Third Promise's entourage. I've been all over the city looking for you. The Dawn Servant summons you to the palace. You are to present yourself to the gate guard stationed outside Sunperch at your earliest convenience. Oh, and one more thing. You are not to mention this visit to Wuklamot.
Oh. Is Daddy looking for a duel? Oh my god, I was right. He is looking for a duel. That's a duty calls. Our first duty calls of Dawntrail.
The Dawn Servant awaits you within. While I was not informed of the reason for your audience in terms of attire, I would suggest full battle regalia.
Alrighty. Daddy wants to measure himself up against the Warrior of Light and his new paint powers. I am more than happy to oblige. I mean, he did say when we first met, I see you, warrior.
Forgive me this sudden summons. When I learned my daughter's champion was back in the city, I couldn't resist the opportunity.
boy. I wonder if the other head's gonna wake up. Also, or maybe the other head's outright dead. That's always a possibility. There you go.
And they call me head of resolve for good reason. Old as I am, I have not lost a battle worthy of the name since the day I took the throne. And I've been craving a proper challenge. The Lance wielder, Estinian, he fought well enough, but our bout was ended before a victor could be decided.
Probably good thing, 'cause I honestly think he would have kicked your ass in the long run. He's tough.
Judging by the sailors' gossip, you are a warrior of renown in your homeland.
I did save the world a few times.
Yet I wonder, with all your deeds done and victories won, are you warrior enough to stand against me?
Why don't we find out? So long as neither of us gets too carried away. I'm not interested in fighting you. Come on. I'm always eager to test the metal. Oh, you get the smirk too.
A spirited answer. Why not indeed?
I love it when my character gets that evil smirk.
The battle rages upon me. I'll stop short of killing you, of course. But expect no other mercies.
And the Dawntrail theme just kicked up.
Come, ready your arms, and show me the truth of the tales.
Alright, I'm gonna paint all over you. I'll be honest, I half wanted to jump into this as Viper, but I'm perfectly fine like this. Alright, before we start, I'm gonna get my motifs on. Alright, buddy.
Give it your all! I want to fight to remember!
Oh, you'll get one. Fancy blade work, huh? Ooh, that did not tickle.
Let's test the waters.
Oh, I see. Very cute.
They didn't even blink.
Uh-oh.
I see you know the Viper style. Let's see how you handle this.
Oh. Oh, fuck. That I did not expect. Oh, that's dirty. That was dirty, both of those hits.
Very well then.
Ow!
Resolve and Risen Kingdom.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Just resolve. Oh god, AoE dodging time. Must paint. Bitch won't let me paint.
Ha! Did you think you had my measure?
I thought I might.
Take this! enough?
That's a new AoE. Is that gonna throw me? Yep, it was.
We're far from finished.
Doubling? Uh-oh.
No more holding back.
Oh, conviction tower.
Stay alert.
Oh, I missed one, didn't I? Son of a bitch. There's another doubling. Okay. We've learned our lesson. This goes this way. Uh-oh.
You fight well indeed.
And you ain't so bad yourself, buddy. That knocks me in the direction I'm facing. Okay. Bonk. Brawl Ender, that's hilarious. Muggle Beam! Shield on. I'm starting to get the measure of this guy now. He is making me fucking work for it.
You really are formidable. What you're truly made of.
Uh-oh. Conviction towers. 1. A 2. A 3. Uh-oh. Down for the count. Not good. Oh, is this gonna be an ATB? Yep. Yeah. Come on, baby. Come on! Come here! God damn, you are making me work for this! Woohoo!
That will do. You've shown me more than enough.
Oh, good. Because damn, that was a fight. That was a blast. That really was.
I brought my full strength to bear against opponents before, but you are the first to withstand it. Even with my head of reason asleep, I never expected you to give me so much trouble. Estinian did not exaggerate. You are a force to be reckoned with.
Wait, that's it? I mean, I don't mind a good fight, but damn, man. Maybe now we can have ourselves a little chat? Talk about why your head's taking a nap proper? 'Cause I'm not sure I buy the whole, oh, he's just sleeping because he's sleeping. Maybe it is just an old age thing.
Now, a confession. I said I crave a challenge, and that was no lie. But I had another reason for calling you here. I had to judge for myself if you were fit to attend my beloved daughter.
Look, I'm not trying to marry her, okay? I'm just protecting her and helping her become the new ruler of the land.
In some respects, she is much like me. Hard-headed and prone to rush into danger.
That is very true.
But one with your talents could readily dispatch the threats that bar Lamachi's way. Will you hear my question and answer me plainly? Address me not as the ruler of Tuliola, but a concerned father.
Okay, sure. What's up?
Thank you.
Lay it on me, man.
Then tell me, given your journey together thus far, what is your impression of Lamachi?
Oh man. Oh, let's see what choices I've got to work with here.
Whether he be as their promise or just a companion on the road. Speak your mind.
She's young, but she has potential. She's not ready to rule. No, I like this one. She's young, but she has great potential now. And she's definitely growing into her role.
Ha! A tactful response, but agreed. She is not ready for the throne. Not yet. Lamachi thinks she understands her many peoples. Their histories, their cultures, their beliefs. But she knows only what she's seen in the capital.
Hence the reason for go out and see the world.
And it's not only her who concerns me. Even this early in the contest, you must have realized. As potential rulers, all four claimants are lacking.
Oof. I mean, they all lack in their own ways, but yes.
This is why I elected to hold the right of succession. Not to choose a fitting candidate, but to cultivate one.
See, like I said, this is why the right is journey around the world, see all the races of the land, and help them and learn from them. Freaking Galul Jada's a genius, and I love him.
And if no one has impressed me by the end of it, then to no one will I yield my throne.
Oh. Well.
As a parent, I pray that my children rise to the occasion. With outsiders dragged into my game, I am also hopeful that the different perspectives you and your companions have to offer will inspire them to grow.
Well, I can tell you Wuklamat's been doing some growing. Here's hoping Koana can do the same.
I imagine you in particular have traveled many lands, know many peoples and cultures, loved them and being loved in turn.
Oh, definitely.
Guide Lamachi as you think best. Walk at her side and, when needed, push her to walk ahead.
You got it.
I knew it.
Oops, busted.
There I was, about to sit down for some of Namika's cooking, when I heard that Papa had sent for you. You were dueling behind my back, weren't you?
I see there is no point in denying it. You needn't worry, daughter. I took care not to inflict lasting injuries.
Yeah, a few seconds out of combat and I'll
You
regenerate
and
just
your
fine.
ally may return to the contest without disadvantage. No harm done.
Quite the opposite, in fact.
I swear, just as I was learning newfound respect for my father. Let's take our leave of this battle-mad oaf before he calls on the rest of my entourage.
Don't worry, I won't tell her what we talked about. He really does care, and I'm so glad about that.
Watch over her, champion.
God damn it, I really wish I had the emo for Emmett Selk's little hand wave as he's walking away, because that would have been the perfect place for it. His little hand flickies.
Kuna's recruits are no less sharp, as one might expect of Galloff's countrymen. They saw the flaws in our claimants from the outset.
Oh? Did you take a swing at Thancred or on Jay before I got here?
The other two, though. They dismiss comrades willing to point out their shortcomings. And no good can come of it.
Yeah, that's the part I'm worried about. Those two aren't gonna have any character growth at all. I mean, the only character growth Makul Jaja deserves is to grow into a freaking coffin, but still.
If he had his way, Papa would keep dueling until the day he dies. Even now I know of only 3 people who didn't need to be carried away after their bouts. Solarja, your lance-wielding friend Destinian, and yourself. You really do live up to your fearsome reputation. I'm curious though, did Papa want anything else of you?
A small favor, nothing more. Just a sparring partner. Yeah, we'll keep this secret for now.
Well, if that's all it was.
I see no reason to tell her. Well, I was debating going on to the next quest, but it looks like it's actually rather long. So, fuck it, let's do it. One more for the road. The Shape of Peace.
I still haven't had one bite of Namaki's food thanks to Papa's nonsense, so I'm going back to finish my plate before I head out. I've otherwise asked everyone to meet at the Farab cabins. Come and join us after you've had a moment to recover, eh?
Okay. I'll be there shortly. I'm just gonna relax here, await your companions, and continue the rite of succession. Sounds good to me. Can't do much else. Just gonna sit here and relax. Hello again, everyone. Guaranteed not voiced. Not the way they're walking. And our esteemed artisan.
Sorry to keep everyone waiting.
Is that it? You're all set to go?
I left Eorzea prepared to travel in search of work, so I had few belongings to begin with. Bidding farewell to my fellow artisans took rather a lot of time, however.
Again, I appreciate you making this commitment, Fontagine.
Come on. It's not that big of a deal. He's just moving is all, again.
Shall we depart for Earthenshire then?
A word before you go.
At the taco man.
Rukevu, what are you doing here?
I spend my days collecting manners, and yet I am perpetuating the grave offense of delaying the third promise's departure.
Oh, not again, dude. Don't. Oh, goddamn. He did it again.
Please, take up your axe and end my flesh unto taco meat.
But should a man's be so gruesome? Besides, I told you that kind of thing doesn't bother me.
Alright then, I won't let it bother me either.
What was that all about?
All right, you missed this gag, didn't you?
I'd come to the city to purchase supplies when I spotted your entourage getting ready to leave. You seek the city of gold, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. It's the final step in the rite of succession. If you know anything about the subject, I'd love to hear it.
Oh. Then allow me to be of service. As you know, legends of the Golden City have been passed down in Tural for 1,000 years. Yet when it comes to describing the place itself, the stories do not always agree. Some butcher it as one might expect, a glittering metropolis of golden towers. Others suggest it is more unassuming and owes the name to a fabulous treasure hidden at its heart. Every telling, however, has a common thread. Those who go in search of the Golden City do not return.
That'd be crazy if the Dawn Servant turned out to be evil and he was just doing this to get rid of all his children.
The lesson to be learned from this, I promise, is that to seek the legend is to court death. I must implore you to proceed with the utmost care. That is all I wish to say. I shall pray for your safe journey.
Thank you, Elmu.
Yes. Came up just to tell us that it was dangerous, which we already knew.
What are we to make of these cautionary tales? If every expedition has ended in tragedy, how then did the Dawn Seven find the city and return without incident? It seems the legend originated with the Yokui. Speaking with them remains our strongest lead, I feel. Our lead we shall follow in time. But first, let us see Fontagine safely into the Moblin's care.
Mm-hmm. Knock this feat out and get ourselves our 3rd keystone, and we're only level 92 quests. Whew. This, Meanwhile, in Kozamauka.
Finding a willing artisan was even easier than expected. Many indeed are eager to curry favor with the Resilian Sun, especially if it means sharing the promise of new territories.
Oh dear. But cool.
Those who prove useful will have all the land they desire.
Such generous words, yet the manner in which he speaks them. If neither wealth nor territory are of value, wherefore does he seek to bring the world to heel?
There was some sinister ass undertones there. Oh, and there he is. There's Dick Dastardly.
Step aside.
Remind me. There was no rule against poaching craftsmen from other claimants. Was there?
Do not be foolish, Bakul Jaja.
Foolish would be carrying on with these dull feats when all I need to win are the keystones. And besides, it's long past time I humble this arrogant one-head.
Jeez.
The Dawn Servant may have sired you against all odds, but there is nothing blessed about your birth. Only a two-head is fit to rule. Only we are worthy. Draw your weapon! Face me in battle, and learn your place.
Oh boy.
A moment, first promise. Leave him alive, if you would. I foresee a use for this nuisance.
Foresee you. Dude, I'm more and more starting to think that Surreal Jaw is playing Puppet Master here.
Too scared to make the first move? Then allow me!
Oh! Oh! Dude, he laid him out with one punch! Holy shit, Zeralja's a badass!
But he's just a runt.
Well, that was terrifying.
My thanks for your restraint. I can kill him whenever I please.
I do not doubt it after that little display. Well, so much for the mighty but cool Jaja. Either that or Zeralja is packing some secret power we do not understand.
Your part in this is far from over.
And the artisan's like, nope, I am out of here. I was not expecting that little cutscene, but that was good.
We're back, and we brought with us a wheeling botswan. This is Fontagine, a talented goldsmith who once worked at Estame's Aesthetics in Ulta. Psha! Wonderful! Impressive! You are first to return, I promise. And with an artisan from across the salt, no less. We welcome you and your unique skills to Earthenshire. Helphand will show you to the workpot.
This is it then. I look forward to hearing you proclaimed Dawn Servant.
Thank you, Fontagine. I'll be sure not to disappoint you.
Mm-hmm. Very nice, very nice. Well, there.
You have reached the requirements of the FEAT of bots. Ready Rock presents your keystone with joy smiles and well-wishing.
There we are. My third gym badge. They're such tiny little things. I'm so glad they give us the tablets to put them in because otherwise we'd lose these. Voila. 3 down, 4 to go. We're almost halfway there.
That makes 3.
Ah, and Kwana's back too.
Hiss! More bots on candidates! Come, come! Tell Lady Rock your tales!
Well, it looks like Bakul Jaja might be SOL. Everyone else has made it here with their candidate. Which means, well, he might just try and steal one of our keystones at that point.
Another feat accomplished, another keystone acquired.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you are doing well. I expected nothing less of Zeralja's esteemed siblings. Your cleverness in particular is most admirable, Second Promise. We must have you apply that Shardian knowledge you so cherish and arm it all with weapons of Magitech design. In your role as the new Dawn Servant's chief advisor, of course.
Oof.
The tools of war hold no interest for me. I wish only to improve our nation through practical innovations.
Well, at least he's got that good. I don't want to think if he suddenly turned to war.
Foreign powers will think twice about testing our strength once Tulioal is known for its advanced technology. Just as the Gallian Empire was deterred from invading Shardian. That may be well true, but how long will it take Tulioal to progress to this advanced state? How many years? With a collective commitment to education and hard work, it should not take so very.
Your way is too slow. Easier to expand our territory and swallow Shardian whole. Oh! That's not gonna sit well with the Scions.
Conquer other nations through force of arms, and you're looking at a future of uprisings and bloodshed.
Yours wouldn't be the first failed empire. Then we keep fighting until the mountain costs convince them to lay down their weapons, until all have grown tired of loss. Dude, you're trying to start the Garlean Empire all over again.
How would such an outcome bring anyone joy? What you propose is a mockery of peace.
He's sure. Idiok is reminded of days long ago. In the time before Tulial, there were no putbacks for the Botswan. It was normal to grab such artisans and force them to work for mobbies.
Ah!
Until the day Galu Jaja arrived, the families of the Grabstach pleaded with him, and so he came to Earthenshire. Mobbies are not a war-make people. We feared death had come for us, but Galu Jaja just wanted to talk.
Well, that's good.
Be at ease. We are here to trade words, not blows.
Wow, it's the first time we've actually seen the head of reason.
The goldwork crafted in this village is superb. One can tell at a glance the quality of materials used, the mastery of technique employed. Yet it does not stir the heart. A goblet shaped by bound hands and broken spirit is devoid of luster. Compare that now to the works of a joyful artisan. She pours her very soul into her creations, and they shine like the newly risen sun. Have you not seen this to be true?
Dude, this is a long cutscene.
And so began the custom of good living. Happy Botswan make good works, and good works make mobbies happy, and money. Kalujaja's words were wise. Joy smiles did indeed bring fine craft and much dimpy shine.
There's the money thing.
So the head of reason was behind the forging of potpacks.
Yes, reason and clever thing changed Mobby's way of life.
This one's too thick-headed to see he's in the wrong. Or you're manipulating him.
The first promise tires of your talk of olden days. He would rather look to the future and the next feat.
Another shit-eating grin there. Oh dear, oh dear.
We should be getting on as well. But Gojaja never did come back, did he?
Nope.
Yeah. Do you have a moment, that promise? Akarak would repay you for help keeping with Kai. He brings a tale of the Golden City.
Ooh.
Really? I'd love to hear it. The towers, the streets, all fashioned from gold. Everywhere you look, every splendor you can imagine. The young, the old, and everyone in between, they live in golden happiness. A city of eternal bliss, forever perched above the clouds.
Above the clouds, you say? Now that might be useful information.
Everything's fashioned from gold, eh? And just imagine everyone living in golden happiness. Now that's a city I'd like to visit. Excuse me, Rogorok. Where did you hear that peculiar tale? From a long time Yokori friends. They live up in the mountains in Ukupacha. The giants again! Seems everything is pointing us their way. This feat and everything leading up to it has taught me much about the Moblin way of life. I'll be sad to leave Earthenshire and your joy smiles behind.
Ah. See? Dekumon is definitely growing. Don't worry, Daddy, you'll be proud of her soon enough. All right, sad to say this is not the end of the quest line, but this is where I'm gonna call it here, so that went way longer than I thought it would. Should have stopped earlier, but that's all right. And I see the other two ether current quests that popped up, so we'll be tackling those next time. If you've enjoyed this, please leave a like and favorite, and subscribe to join me for more Yours in Adventures. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.